Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Beyond Grit with me, Robert Young. I'm going to ask you for something. I'm going to ask you for your help. If you like this podcast and you think somebody else would like it, please share it. Send them a link. Say, listen to this. This is a great story. As this podcast is evolving, whenever I have guests on that, I try to explain to them that what their accomplishments are is great. But what I'm trying to get is a personal story of where you came from, how you got to where you are, where you want to go. So it's all encompassing because there are many things that affect somebody throughout their lives that probably affects a lot of us. And it's something that I want people to kind of learn from and understand that there's ways around them. And how did this person navigate? And how did this person navigate? And how did this person fail? But yet we always talk about, I'm going to fail forward. What does that mean? Until you're failing, you don't really understand what it means to fail forward. And when you start to listen to other people's failures and the things that they've got to overcome, all of a sudden you get some ideas, and all of a sudden you realize that, yes, you can overcome things. So my guest today is Luan, and Luan moved here from Vietnam when he was 14 years old, had to learn a language, and he lives in Omaha, had to learn a language. He had to incorporate the American culture with his, and he had to learn and adapt and overcome things. And that just really, one, it made him stronger, and two, it made him really appreciate where he lives and the opportunities that he has. So he's got an interesting story, and I'm sure that you guys will enjoy it. So I appreciate it. Get yourself a cup of coffee, sit back, and I hope you enjoy the show. I will see you next week. Take care. How have you been?
Yeah, it's good Thanksgiving, man. How about you?
Was it? It was a good Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was really good.
I needed a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you at right now?
I am in Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha. How's the weather out there right now?
Dude, we've been blessed. It is still sunny and high 60. So can't complain. Usually we're wrapping up already, but still building outside. People still buying. So it's a good time.
Is this odd for it to be this warm so late?
No, it's usually we should have some type of snow already, usually.
Okay.
So I don't know if this is gonna be a long winter when this shit happen, or hit with some major storm or some shit. I don't know, man. It's Nebraska.
Yeah. Now, when you shut down, how long do you usually shut down for?
Last year we built all year. This year I'm hoping to do the same. Usually if it's snow or icy out, I'm gonna take a break. But
yeah. Well, we're going into this conversation like people know what we're talking about. Tell people what you're doing right now. That's to let them know.
So I'm a deck builder, exterior guy, deck fences, small time construction.
Okay. How long have you been doing that?
July 2020.
So very recent.
Yeah.
And going well?
100%.
Did is it something that you had done previously to starting this construction? What'd you do before?
I new guy to construction. I don't know. I didn't buy a saw until June 2020. Before I work at the casino.
Okay.
Yeah.
What casino?
Horseshoe here in Iowa.
Okay.
Over the side of the river. And it's a Caesar Entertainment brand.
Okay. And with the deck building, you just said you never owned a saw. What made you think about doing this?
So make a long story short, COVID hit, casino get furloughed. So they shut the casino down. I got furloughed. The income was cut to about 40%. I mean, it's a pretty drastic cut. But and then I got bored, my kid need a playhouse. And everything was sold out, even trampoline, because, everybody stay home now. That's what they buy, playhouse and, trampoline for the kids. And we couldn't find any. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to build a playhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So, do my little research, go on YouTube, watch a few videos, research what tool to buy. And I'm like, man, I really don't know what I'm doing. So, I go with a chop saw, can make a perfect 90-degree cut, So that's my first saw. And I built the playhouse by myself. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm kind of good at this shit,
Mm-hmm.
So I started fixing up my deck, start staining it. I'm like, oh, this shit look pretty good. So I went over to my mom, did my mom. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try something out. Start a Facebook page, post up a bullshit ad, and then people would start calling. So I'm like, oh shit,
It's working.
So like I said, I got nothing to do at that point in time,
Yeah.
I still collect money from the casino, but I'm out here, doing decks, kind of like full time,
Mm-hmm.
So I got my first deposit was, I think it was $750. So I took that deposit. I went and buy a power washer and a couple of staining machines. And then, just open it right in their backyard. So that's how I got started.
And then it just kind of grew from there.
Yeah, and then the casino opened back up. I missed a few days. I'm like, okay, so I take a leave of absence, and when all my PTO and all that shit run out, I resign.
Okay. Now, but you're originally, where are you originally from? Like, where were you born?
Vietnam, Saigon.
Okay. Oh. And you were there for 14 years?
14 years, yeah.
How was it growing up over there? Do you remember it?
Yeah, I remember it clearly.
Uh-huh.
It was rough, dude.
Was it?
But I didn't know it was rough growing up. But now I look back, oh shit, man, we were really fucking poor, huh?
Yeah.
But I guess the love was always there, so that's good. And but we stayed busy, so it's not. It was rough looking back now that I have some perspective, but growing up, I didn't think it was that bad.
Mm-hmm. And your mom and dad lived there?
No, my dad actually passed away when I was 6 months old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I knew of him, but I don't really know who to do this.
Uh-huh.
My mom raised me from that point on to when I was 14, and she remarried, and we relocate over here to the United States.
Okay. So yeah. That's what brought you over here. And where did you end up in the U.S.?
Omaha, man.
In Omaha. So you've been there ever since. Been
here ever since.
What took you? What brought your mom married? And was it your stepdad did he live in Omaha? Is that what got you guys there, or what got you there?
Yeah, he lived here in Omaha.
Uh-huh.
So just that's where we come here.
Yeah. And it's so funny. You think you're not the first person that has told a story about living, elsewhere and growing up hard and poor, but you didn't know any different, And now looking back, you're like, oh wow, that was you're really shitty. And but when you're in it, you don't know any different.
No, you don't. I mean, you only know what you know, right? But at the same time, it's like it. I think it's a blessing because I think privilege is a curse.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have perspective already. If I lose everything, I lose everything.
Yeah.
I still I know how to be happy again.
Right. You're absolutely right about the whole privilege is a curse. And, I feel like my kids are there. When I was growing up, I worked for my dad, and you just made your way. And now when you have so much, it's hard to see the other side. And how, working your way through that. Now, when you came here at 14, was it just you, or do you have siblings?
No, it's just me, man. And I guess at that point in time, 2 stepbrothers.
Okay.
But they live with their mom, and they're in and out. It's just it's like a weird dynamic going on there.
How was it moving here?
Dude, I think that's the roughest time of my life. I was basically I was running the street in Vietnam. Like, we didn't have no rules, no nothing, and there's a lot of people. I live in a slum of the city, right? So there's a lot of people, and you come over here, there's nobody.
Mm-hmm.
When you compare New York to Omaha, it's like, where the fuck are all the people, bro? And it's like everybody just keep to themselves over here. I'm like, well, that's odd, and I can't really do anything because you can't speak the language. You deaf and you mute.
Yeah.
You can't drive. So I'm basically disabled. So, it was a tough time for about, I think, the first few years.
Okay. How'd you learn the language?
They put me in grade school.
And just said,
go. Yeah. I think there's a program called ESL. So they put us to grade school with like first grader learning how to sound alphabet.
Yeah.
So we learn every individual sounds. So then after 90 days, I'm like, okay, you graduate. I mean, and then, it's a game of looking up this dictionary and see what this sound like, And, so after 60 days, they put me to freshman in high school. So from there, it's just, it's like I have to learn this. I have to learn English.
Right.
So when did you?
Was it about a year before it clicked?
About a year or two. That's when like, you're talking shit, bro.
You started figuring it out.
Yep. And the 2 and 2. And it's crazy, man. I didn't think I could learn a language that fast, but when you're not afraid, like when you immerse yourself in the situation,
yeah,
like fuck it,
I guess you really have no choice.
It's do or die,
Yeah.
And what kind of really got me to make the push is like I seen kids that over here for like 5-6 years. All they do is sit at home. They don't talk to nobody. Like they don't learn the language. I'm not gonna be like that. They're like, I like to run around. I like to do things. So to do things, you need to speak the language, and just so you can communicate. To me, communication is big. So I have to learn how to do this.
Okay.
No other choice.
Now, was your mom able to? Did she know English before coming over here?
She know a little bit.
And
then her and my dad just she know perfect English now too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's it is crazy. Was it hard to make friends when you came over here?
It took me a while to kind of like get in the groove of how people function over here. But yeah, it wasn't hard for me to make friends at all.
Oh, good. Did you play sports or anything like that?
I play a little bit of soccer, but pretty much nothing. And then I started working really early too when I was 16. Essentially when I could drive, I'm like, I don't know, make my motherfucking money.
Yeah.
You know,
what'd you start doing? Just odd jobs here and there?
Dude, I did almost everything. Started a pizza machine, dishwasher, pizza plate, dishwasher, cook, and I work at Hardee's, Carl's Jr. Hardee's. Hardee's for a while, run their kitchen for a while, did paper route for a while, work at a Chinese restaurant, you know, so, and then started at the casino when I was 18.
At 18? How old are you now?
31.
Okay. So you were at the casino for a while.
Yeah, 11 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go to college at all?
I went a few times. Yeah. Straight out of high school was lost. I didn't do shit, you know, focusing on the wrong thing, and nothing interests me at that point in time, you know what I mean? So this guy, it's wasting money, I'm gonna quit, go work. And then the casino, right? About 2-3 years ago, I got really bored at the casino. I'm like, oh my God, this feels like a fucking prison.
Yeah, you know? Well, you were there for a long time. I mean, 11 years.
Yeah, but so I started plotting my way out, went back to college, you know, put my wife to nursing school. So that I had to stay there for a while, but she got done. And then I went back to business school, you know, I was getting an economic degree with accounting. And then I started that building. I'm like, oh, what the fuck do I need all this degree for? I'm just gonna quit and see if, you know, I can build business, right? So
so when you were at the casino, what did you do all the different things, or was there something that was your specialty?
So I pretty much did everything in the casino. You can put me in any casino right now. I can tell you how to run it.
Okay.
Started as a dealer, and then I was a supervisor. Then I was a lead supervisor, and I was a manager. You know, basically moving up the ladder, right? And then that's on the operational side. And then an opportunity came, like I think 6 years ago, 2014 maybe, 2015, somewhere around there, where one of the marketing executive hosts quit, and they come and ask me because I know I'm bilingual. Okay. So I know Vietnamese and I know English, and there's a big market for Asian player, you know, in the casino because we fucking love gambling. So, okay. So they come and ask me with no experience in marketing or whatever, hey, you want to be host and make some money? And I'm like, oh, how much does it pay? Well, you know, pay you three more thousand right now, and you got an opportunity to make some bonus, right? So I'm like, oh shit, sign me up. Yeah. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but what the fuck ever, you know?
Did you like it?
Good, I hated it.
Did you?
At first, but you know, I still had to make a living, right?
Right.
So basically, I had no training. Go, here's what you do. Here's the phone. Here's how to book the hotel. Go make some money. So the job is easy. Basically, they want you to get people to come in.
Okay. So you were just calling people.
Yeah. So I was just calling people, and Get them to lose money or play for a long time,
Play
whatever,
for, yeah.
whatever that is. So that's what I get rated on is the production.
Okay.
It's basically net profit.
Yeah.
Is what I get rated on, right? So I'm like, oh, so all I gotta do is 5 people. So one is start to click it, and my operation side kind of clicked too. I'm like, there's all these people and nobody's talking to them.
Yeah.
Because they all waiting for the system to spit out players. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go take them all.
Yeah.
We'll talk to them all. So I make a lot of money, dude. Like I think I doubled my income in the first year.
Wow.
And then and then my book got too big. They had to hire another host to come in.
Okay.
Now I started back now again. I got a small book of business, and I grew that again.
Wow.
So I didn't like the job, but I was good at it.
You were good at it. Is that what you were doing when you got furloughed?
Yeah, I was basically my title was marketing executive, just Asian marketing executive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now with the so you your wife went to nursing school. What kind of nursing does she do?
ICU.
Is she in the ICU? How does she like it?
Does she love it? So
Good.
That's what she want to do for the rest of her life. So
There you go.
Yeah.
Is how many kids do you have?
3 kids.
3. Boys,
Yeah.
girls. Who do you got?
8, 5, 3. 2 boys, 1 girl. Last one's a girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got the 2 knuckleheads first before you got your girl.
Yeah. So that's kind of the story. And yeah, my wife, she's crazy too, man. She had a kid on Friday, and Monday went back to nursing school.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah. So a lot of strength.
Yeah.
But we had to make it work someone one way or another,
Right. How long have you guys been married?
We've been with each other for, I think, 11 years now.
Okay. All right. That's fantastic.
She was
3
18,
kids.
man.
Since she was 18?
She was 18.
Man. Time flies, dude.
I know.
Time flies. I think my wife and I, we're coming up on almost 30 years that we've been not married, just together.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I think married this September will be 25 years.
Yeah.
Flies.
Quarter century.
Yeah. Now with the business that you started, did are you out hammering, or are you selling now, and do you have crews?
I sell now. I still help out a little bit here and there, but when I started out, I did a lot of the work, and then my leg broke, so it's kind of.
Yeah, how'd you break your leg?
That I was had setting some stringer and already anchored the stringer, and then careless.
Yeah.
And then get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Were you trying to set that by yourself, or did you have somebody working with you?
I had somebody there, and basically I fell maybe like 2-3 feet up, and my leg got caught on the stringer, but the stringer can't move right now because I already anchored it. So I bet when I try to get up, it just snapped in half.
Dang.
Alex Smith style.
And from there, you it was either business was going to fail or you were going to take control. What'd you end up doing?
So I had a few choices. I mean, I was in the hospital for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had a few choices. I'm like, either I could say, fuck it, I quit, go back to the casino,
mm-hmm.
And chill. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stay in business. You know, I just started this shit. You know.
Yeah.
So I call up the sub. I'm like, here's like 3-5 job that I have open. Just get it done.
Okay.
You know, and then I call all the client, hey man, I fucked up. I broke my leg.
Yeah.
So you have to hang tight. I'll finish your job, but you're gonna have to hang tight for a minute. I'm calling people and they have their day job, but we'll get it done. I'm fucked up right now. I can't do it.
How were people? Were they pretty receptive?
What else they gonna do, man?
Yeah. I mean, they can complain, but what else are they gonna do, right?
What else they gonna do? Call somebody else?
Yeah.
You know? So as long as you finish it, you know.
They were okay.
Yeah. So, and then 2 weeks later, when I was able to regain my conscious a little bit, I put some more ad out.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I'm on crutches, booking job that I show up, but I think an estimate like a week late. I'm like, oh shit, it was last week. I've been in hospital for a week, man. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Ended up getting the job anyway.
Anyways, are you having issues with supplies?
Nah.
No, you guys are all good there.
Yeah, because I only sell what's available.
Okay. With the decks that you're building now, are you doing mostly composite decks or wood still?
It's both.
Mm-hmm.
You know, composite is tough to sell, and there's no recurring revenue.
Yeah.
The wood is a lower entry point, but then you get that recurring revenue every year to stay in it.
Okay. Now, are you doing the whole thing? Are you building the decks and then refinishing and sealing and all that stuff?
Yeah, I have the capability to do both, but right now it's just building. And I mean, I'm still trying to strategize my next year move. I'm probably staying again.
Yeah. Is the business growing?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think 2020, I did 50 grand with my broken leg and such. You know, it's kind of a wash.
Uh-huh.
And then this year, I think we just broke $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it like really took off.
Yeah, I'm aggressive. I'm very aggressive in marketing and, you know, hiring, recruiting, and all that stuff. So, you know, I want it to grow. And, you know, I just see where I can take it.
Now, do you use any type of business coaching or anything like that, or is it just what you do?
Oh no, not really any business coaching. Just my own experience, and you know, I have some business knowledge, not a lot, and I know accounting too, so I know my numbers.
Yeah.
So that's gotta help out a little bit, but not yet, not any coaching yet.
Yeah, you're just a damn good salesperson.
No, man, I still think I just don't give a fuck.
You just go and do your thing, and
yeah, it's just like, who cares, man? Here, you need a deck, I can build you a deck. You know, I ain't gonna waste your time sitting here and tell you that we the best. Here, what I can do for you in this time of life. You know, most people care about time and money, right? Money is a form of frozen time, so most people really care about time.
Yeah.
You know, so that's it. So I just focus on the time and money. I don't even sell the deck. I sell a solution.
There you go. That's a good way to kind of look at it. And it's worked out quite well. How many crews do you have going at a time?
Right now I obviously all these guys doesn't know how to build deck either. So I kind of have to train them too. So right now the optimal crew we have right now is 4. And then my partner, he's a kind of like a foreman, project manager, just kind of run shit around. So it's just one crew right now, but we're looking to add some more next year.
Yeah. Any mistakes that you've made along the way that you would do differently?
Oh shit, we make a lot of mistakes, bro. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. But hey, you smile and say, "Hey, Mark, we fucked up, but
Yeah.
we'll make it right."
Yeah.
People rip me off. People, can't please some people. Late permit. It's a lot of growing pain, but we got through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some acquaintances that ripped me off, so now I do everything with a contract. Used to, if it's like under a few grand, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay in your deck or whatever. Now everything with a contract or something in writing.
Yeah.
So
it's the only way you learn.
Yeah. So if I'd be lying to you if I say we didn't make any mistake, we fuck up still nowadays.
Yeah. No, that's the thing. That's the only way you're going to learn is to mess up here and there, and then learn from it and move on.
Right.
That's good. We're so what's the next step, or what's the next for the future? 5 years, where do you see yourself?
Oh, probably running a few company.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to build this up to where it can run without me. So I have that as a vehicle, so I can go explore what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do yet with my life.
Yeah. You're still young.
Right. 100%. So
that's good. And doing I kind of I have got your form here, and it said anything interesting you want to add, and you were talking about gratitude and perspective, and where do you see where your perspective, where you're grateful for?
So if anybody listening to this is my message. That you're in America, dude. Like, do whatever the fuck you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Why not take advantage of it? So, where I grew up, you got to know somebody, be somebody's son or daughter to even have an opportunity. It wasn't built for business. There wasn't a lot of opportunity to move up in the social ladder. There's no social movement. And there's no freedom either to do whatever you want. It's communist. So it's very restrictive. So I grew up in that. So I very much appreciate all the opportunity that I have over here in the U.S. So even if I lose everything, I'm still grateful because I can make it back again.
Mm-hmm.
I can go start again. And compare yourself to somebody in Vietnam who trying to make it, but they have no resource, you can't just go out and start a business, have no money, no connection, such and such, right? And basically they just don't have the capital or the labor or no opportunity. So that's why it's so important for me, because I lived there already. So now everything's here. It's just gravy. It just, everything's just gravy.
Like you said, it's just perspective.
Uh-huh.
And nothing was handed to you. You just started, and I'm going to do this. And you started, and you had the opportunity, and now, it's successful.
Yeah.
It's up to you to either make it grow or, to make it not grow.
And then another thing is gratitude. So I wake up just being thankful every day. Even on my worst day, I'm still, try to find time to be grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I look back, and I broke my legs, blessing in disguise, right? Furlough, blessing in disguise, right? Found new path, new freedom. And everything is a blessing. It's just depend on how you look at it. Is the glass half full or the glass half empty? I mean, if you get in an accident, you know, what can you learn from this? You know, there's only lesson, you know.
Yeah.
To me, there's only lesson. There's no failure.
So now, you know, when the weather rolls in, what do you usually do for the winter?
No, we still build it. Like it's just educating client that this is the better time to build because they're gonna have my whole attention. So that's my messaging in the winter.
Okay.
We're not gonna be busy or whatever, but you know, as long as I can keep the guy busy and pay the bill. I knew that I'm not gonna make a lot of money because business is cyclical, right? So we're gonna be busy. So I'm not worried. Yeah.
So is that your last spot? Do you ever look to move anywhere?
That I had a chance to move to Denver back in the day when they were opening a lot of casino out there. But I don't really want to move anywhere.
Yeah, that's good.
It's like it's a perfect medium city side where I can get anywhere in about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and that's important.
Yeah.
You know,
wasting time driving, sitting in traffic.
Yeah, and the money is good here too. It's, you know, there's a lot of money to pour into Omaha.
Okay.
Google's here, Facebook's here, Amazon's here, PayPal is here. All the taxes here. So that's big money. It's like I call it's like a mini Silicon Valley.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. So there's a lot of segment of client that I can target, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll go after medical recruiter. Maybe I'll go after tech sales, or maybe I just go, you know. So there's a lot of opportunity for growth.
Nice. Well, that's good. Hey, man, I appreciate you sitting down and chatting today. We went from the beginning to now. So I think it was really good. And I appreciate your talking about perspective and gratitude. I thought that was a key element to your story. And I appreciate you sharing that.
All right, man.
All right, man. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
All right. See you.
Thank you for helping me on. All right.
Yeah. Thanks for taking the time.
All right. Cool. Good deal.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Beyond Grit with your host, me, Robert Young. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, rate, and review. Tell somebody about it. You can find this podcast on all major podcast platforms, and be sure to tune in every Wednesday for another exciting success story of somebody going beyond grit. Until then, take care.